brown at every damn thing. Every time I go speak at a college, it's black and brown. Them Latinos will give a damn about us. Yes, biologically they African. Yes. It's true, their grandmother's just as dark as yours with a nappy head. Yes. It's true, the only difference between us and them is the slave master dropped their ancestors off in the Caribbean and taught them Spanish and brought us up here and taught them English. Yes, it's true that they African, but the biology only takes you so far. You got to start dealing with the psychology.
That's right.
The psychology of the average Puerto Rican ain't yours. The psychology of the average Cuban ain't yours. And you have to deal with them for how they deal with you and stop trying to recruit every goddamn Latino back into the race. If they don't want you, then you don't want them. But for those who do identify, we accept them because they are our brothers and sisters. That's the same rules for the rest of us. That's the same rule for any African. I don't give a damn about what you believe. I don't care what your diet is. I don't care how you eat, how you live. I'm only concerned with how you think. And we run around worrying about everything. It's about people think. I'm glad you eat healthy. But you know how many trifling, bougie-ass vegetarians I know who be selling black people fake-ass, tofu-ass, white woman-loving, orange juice drinking mother. Let's go! Let's go! You gotta be honest. So you living right in one dimension, I commend that. But in all other dimensions, you're not. That's right. And then they say we gotta have a black Latino coalition. What exactly we co-aliding about? First of all, the worst thing a disorganized group of people can do is coordinate with a more organized group. The Latinos will do to you today the same thing the Jews did to you in the 60s. Use your numerical strength for personal gain, and once they get what they want, drop your ass off at the local subway. They are here to replace you, not to work with you. It is no coincidence that former President George Bush and current President Barack Obama have both allowed illegal immigrants to stay in America as long as they can find jobs. They can get a temporary visa, work permit. Illegal can be legal if you can find work. Now the problem I have with illegal being legal if you can find work, I want to know where the hell they get these jobs at, because half the black men in Newark can't find one. Half the black men in New York City can't find one. Half the black men in Detroit, Chicago, Miami, Philadelphia are unemployed. But somehow you're able to find jobs for Latinos and Mexicans. The white man has already decided that he thinks he's close enough that he can get rid of the rest of us. Why you think they building jails? Why you think they shut down public schools all throughout Jersey, all throughout Pennsylvania? If we ain't giving them no damn job, why are we wasting money giving them an education? Take that money out of school and put it towards the prison. In Pennsylvania, we building 4 new maximum security jails. New Jersey, I think y'all got more than us growing up right now in the prison system. It's the new slavery. The jail is a slave ship, but it's not on water, it's on land. But it's not popular to talk about black issues. Nobody want to talk about black issues. All the civil rights leaders is handcuffed into multiculturalism. Are you aware that multiculturalism as an academic concept grew up to attack and destroy African-centeredness? Oh no, we don't want to just talk about how Africans started everything. We want to talk about the contributions of everybody. So now black kids don't just learn about the European oppressor, they got to learn about the Arab oppressor first. I got to learn about the Latinos. I got to learn about the Asians. I got to learn about the East Indians. I got to learn about everybody who don't like me before I can learn about my damn self. You want to fix public education? Give every black boy a heterosexual black male teacher. You cut special ed in half. You cut ADHD in half. You cut Ritalin in half. Black parent, listen to me. When the school asks you for permission to get your child tested, You tell them, hell no, unless you absolutely, positively believe that the problem your child has is due to their brain and not that teacher. It's due to their brain and not you. 95% of the black children I evaluate for learning problems ain't got learning problems, they got lazy as hell problems. That's right. They come from lazy as hell houses. They come from homes where parents don't pick up report cards, don't go to back to school night, don't check homework, and don't even ask if they brought any home. Remember I said white supremacy is the problem, but y'all give them a lot of damn help. And some of y'all ain't got no time for your children. So put them in special ed. I ain't got time. I'm going to put them on some drugs because I ain't got time. Have you been watching the commercials? There's a commercial on damn near every network about Risperdal, a drug that some of you are giving to your sons to deal with anger issues. Wow. And the drug Risperdal is raising the prolactin hormone in black boys. Prolactin is the hormone that makes a mother grow breasts so she can lactate and feed her child. So now you giving consent for your child to grow titties so they can learn about Christopher Columbus. It's all over the news. That's right. I was in a hotel last night. I spoke at Georgia Southern University. I'm in a hotel. It came on in the hotel. I was in Detroit. It came on the news, so I know y'all didn't see it. I talked about it in my book, but Negroes don't listen to me. Now the white man telling you that the drugs will make your son grow breasts. What kind of medicine is that? Because they putting estrogen in the ADHD medicine so they can speed up the effeminization campaign. Where will you wait the hell up? And let me deal with that for me. The gay movement. I had a homosexual brother come up to me at one of my lectures. He said, Dr. Umar, I follow you, I love your work, but I'm gay. And I need you to explain to me why, as a homosexual black man, I cannot participate in the Pan-African nationalist liberation struggle. I said, let me explain it to you, brother. You're homosexual. You participate in a form of intercourse that does not recreate African life. I said the ideology we stand for is called nationalism. The root word in the word nationalism is nature. It is by nature that a man cohabitates with a woman to bring forth life. Yes. That's right. So if you engage in a form of romantic attachment that does not bring forth life, how in the hell can you be a nationalist?
You got it.
He said, oh. I never looked at it like that. Listen to me. They are using the black LBGT crew to change the agenda for the black community. Listen, there's a lot of white men who don't believe in homosexuality, but they're pushing it because it benefits the global extermination campaign against African people. What am I talking about? If every woman in this room only dates women, your ancestors never repopulated. If every man in this auditorium only dates men, your ancestors are never reborn. So in the mere act of homosexuality, you are stopping the African regeneration process. This is not about sex. It is not about lust. It is not about family values. It is about zero population growth. What is that? Zero population growth is a scientific concept that says you can exterminate or predict the extermination of any group once you can guarantee that more people from that group die or are killed than are born. In other words, the minute more black people die every year in Newark than are born every year in Newark, You can scientifically and mathematically predict the exact date of extinction. Homosexuality speeds up that process and is a more potent weapon than police brutality. It is a more potent weapon than mass incarceration. It is a more potent weapon than almost any other strategy white supremacy uses. And why? Because every other strategy they use is reactionary. Police brutality, homicide, mass incarceration, you have to take the life after it is born. That's reactionary. You're not stopping the problem. You're intervening in it. But with homosexuality, it is the only proactive strategy they got, because the semen of the male never fertilizes the egg of the woman. The life never comes into existence. And as such, you never have to do it. That's why they're bringing homosexuality into the schools. That's why it's in the curriculum. That's why every high school I've spoken at has the LBGT club, but ain't got an African history club.
See that? My God. See that?
And for my homosexual brothers and sisters, this is what I tell them. If you got a problem with those of us who don't support the lifestyle, that's a conversation we can have as a family behind closed doors. But don't go let the white man use you against the black community to try to ferment a civil war amongst Africans while he sits back and smiles and runs away with the prize. We got to be smarter than that. I don't have a problem with people who object. But let's do it in private. Why do we have to parade our disagreements in front of the Europeans the way that we do? So we can go and get a pat on the back from Massa. Parents, the learning disability is a fraud. ADHD is a fraud. Ritalin is crack. It is crack cocaine. If you don't believe me, go to the library tomorrow. In fact, go on the internet and look up the Drug Enforcement Agency classification of medicine. And you will see Ritalin right next to cocaine for addiction potential and abuse potential. And you giving this to your son, messing with his sexual performance later in life, his ability to have children, his ability to think, diabetes, epilepsy, tic disorder, schizophrenia, and the list goes on. So what we gonna do about this problem? We gonna build a school. There's a school in Lawrenceville, Virginia, known as St. Paul's College. It's an HBCU that graduated its last class in 2013. I was down there this past spring. I met with the president. We keep in contact. I met with the realty company. The school is going for $2 million on the auction. Right now, I'm the only serious interested party who's trying to acquire the property. We started our fundraiser on May the 20th. And as of yesterday, September the 20th, we've raised just over $200,000 in about 3 months' time.